Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to Star Citizen. Welcome back to day 3 of our little bounty hunting career series of videos. So, thank you so much for joining for another video, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, here it is. This is the Cutlass Blue. This is the Drake Interplanetary Cutlass Blue. Now, some of you who might be longtime viewers of the channel, in fact, some of you who might be from my other channel that I have, you might have remembered that I did a video on the Cutlass Blue when it came out. I think it was 2 years ago when it came out. I did a video on the day when it was released, but I lost the video when I moved my videos from my other channel to this one. So, here is the Cutlass Blue, ladies and gentlemen, and this is day 3 of the bounty hunting career series of videos that I'm doing on my channel. So I decided to start a bounty hunting career, and I was going to show you guys, in fact I showed you guys the Aegis Avenger Stalker, and now this thing. And obviously we in the previous video we flew out the Aegis Avenger Stalker in some bounty hunting jobs, bounty hunting missions. And now we're moving on to the Cutlass Blue. So let's go ahead and have a look at the Cutlass Blue, ladies and gentlemen. So the Cutlass Blue is a militia or law enforcement variant of the Cutlass Black. So the Cutlass Black is a really, really nice ship. It's one of my favorite ships in the game, if not my favorite. I have a lot of favorite ships in the game. So Cutlass Black is a really, really nice ship. Terrific ship. Terrific ship because it has a lot of versatility. You can use it for a lot of different things, and it's very easy to use. Now, the Cutlass Blue adds to that really great Cutlass Black platform, but of course, in the process of specializing the ship for bounty hunting, you do lose some stuff. So, you guys might be wondering, Spectre, so what is the difference between the Cutlass Blue and the Cutlass Black? Well, first of all, you lose your cargo hold. So not all of it, but you lose a significant amount of cargo space that you normally have in the Cutlass Black that you will no longer have access to in the Cutlass Blue, and we'll see that in this minute. Now, in terms of other differences, there are obviously cosmetic differences, as you guys can see clearly. It's got a different paint job. It has some differences, like for example, it has flashing police lights, the blue and red flashing police lights. It has these airlocks on the side, as you guys can see, docking collars, airlocks, whatever you want to call it. Now, in terms of in-game story or lore, the Cutlass Blue is supposed to have stronger engines, and I believe it is supposed to be faster and have better weapons. Either better weapons or better components. And the front bit, the front cockpit, is different than the Cutlass Black. If you have a look at it, it's more of like a one-piece kind of a bubble canopy on this bit right here instead of the struts. So the Cutlass Black, if you try and imagine the nose section of the Cutlass Black, it is more pointy. It is more squared than this thing. This is more round. And I said this in my previous video, which is no longer available. This thing right here, this bit right here, reminds me of a xenomorph. Does it not remind you of the alien, the creature, the xenomorph? That front bit looks exactly like the head of a xenomorph. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so in terms of weaponry, in terms of missiles and stuff like that, it is exactly the same as the Cutlass Black. In terms of components, exactly the same. Well, not exactly the same, but the components are better. The components are a little bit more geared towards the military type, but exactly the same amount of allotments or slots for components. Same type of weapons, same type of missile capacity. So in that regard, it's exactly the same as the Cutlass Black. Now, in terms of price, I bought my Cutlass Blue long time ago. In fact, I think I bought it like 6 months after it was released. So it was released for it was released on concept, I should say. When it was released in concept, it was $150. Then when it released into the game, it became $175. The Cutlass Black is only $100, so you're paying an extra $75 for the blue. Now, in terms of in-game costs for the ship, this thing costs 2.5 million Alpha UEC at the moment. You can purchase it for 2.5 million Alpha UEC. And to be honest, if you're into combat, if you're into bounty hunting, this ship will be great later on. So if you have a Cutlass Black right now, you could do exactly the same thing that the Cutlass Blue does. So if you have the black, don't be in a hurry to purchase a blue if you have a black, because at the moment it's exactly the same. Let's go ahead and jump. There you go. So as soon as you come in, you guys can see it's very different. It's very different. The cargo hold is a lot smaller. So this is the entire cargo hold of the Cutlass Blue now. This is it. This is the only bit that you can store cargo in, and it's only 12 SCU. I'm not sure how much cargo you can take in the Cutlass Black. I think it's 48. Is that 40? 48? Something around there. You guys can correct me in the comments section, but this thing can only carry 12 SCU of cargo, and it's right here. Now, the 12 SCU of cargo for this ship is only for your own use. So you probably will carry the 12 SCU of cargo just for your own needs, right? In terms of ammunition, food, water, charge packs, whatever it is that you might need. Go ahead and close the door. And here we come to a second airlock. So if you open the cargo hold door, the rear ramp door, you don't necessarily vent the inside of the ship. Now pay attention to these handrails. Pay attention to these grip rails, handrails, whatever you want to call them. Now this ship is really, because it's a recent design, recent-ish redesign, it's designed for 0G. Now, this ship is obviously, at some point, you're going to have to, lose gravity on the ship. And when you want to walk in and out or, move through the ship, you have to use push and pull to grab the handles, which is a really nice feature, in my opinion. And we move into the where the normal cargo hold is on the Cutlass Black. And here, this thing has stasis pods, or little mini jail cells. So this thing has 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14? Did I count this correctly? No. That's 6, 12. 12. Okay, 12. A total of 12 pods in the ship. 6 on this side, 6 on that side. So what are these pods? These pods are obviously, in terms of science fiction, there's no such thing as a stasis pod in real life. So what happens is that you can put a wanted criminal in here and they'll go to sleep. They'll go to sleep. They won't die. They'll go to sleep. They'll go into like a hibernation state, and basically you can take them off from here and hand them over to a correctional facility. So whoever is put the bounty on them, you can take the stasis pod and hand them over to the correctional facility or whoever, and then they can process them into the jail or prison, whatever. So the Cutlass Black, as I said, has more cargo hold or cargo room. Obviously, because of these stasis pods, you lose that cargo space. Moving along, component housing. To be honest, guys, this is the first time I'm looking through this area of the Cutlass Blue. I think this is supposed to be a weapons rack. Looks like a weapons rack, but I can't seem to be able to interact with it at all. Obviously, these are airlocks. So you can see these are like docking collars, airlocks on both sides. Looks like some more component housing. Moving on, another set of airlocks. So this is really, really nice. So if you get shot through here, this area decompresses. You won't lose air in here. So that's a plus. Obviously, it's exactly the same as the Cutlass Cutlass Black from here on. So the turret is exactly the same. The beds are exactly the same. What is this? Emergency supplies, first aid, rations. Okay. Gun rack. So here we have a rifle. Let's go ahead and place the gun rack. The gun. Oh, there you go. Come on. Yeah. There. And my sidearm. Does it not work for pistols? Never mind. And over here is your personal storage. So you get 5,000 micro SCU or half an SCU. Okay, why does it do that? So you get half an SCU of storage space, personal storage space, on the 2 lockers. Now the ship is designed for 2 people, because obviously you have 2 beds. So 2 people, pilot, co-pilot, and then the co-pilot can either do co-pilot stuff or get in the turret. So let's go ahead and get inside the turret. Now, because this is a Drake ship, don't expect a lot of fancy, gizmos and gadgets and stuff like that. This is a really rough and tumble ship designed to, work. Okay, so this ship is designed to work in austere conditions. It is designed to work the best it can in the most difficult environment. It's designed to be easy to repair. It is designed to be very cheap to repair and to replace if something does go wrong. It is not a luxury ship. It is not the state-of-the-art military ship. So yeah. And check out these missiles. Now it's probably a good place to discuss the missiles, so you guys can see the missiles right there. This ship, the Cutlass Black, the Cutlass Blue, they have a ton of missiles, ladies and gentlemen. So you can have up to 8 missiles. You can have up to 8 missiles if you want just the largest missiles that you can carry, which are the size 4. So at the moment you guys can see these 2 are size 4s. And a size 4 missile is pretty hefty. It's a pretty hefty missile. Then over here you have another 2 size 4s. So this is my current loadout. This isn't the stock loadout. So I've changed this to my own liking. And here 2 size 3s. And of course over here you can't see it, I think. Oh, there it is right there. So 2 size 3s, 2 size 4s, 2 size 4s, and 2 size 3s. Obviously switching between IR and cross section. Obviously, as I said before, the missile with the seeker head like this exposed is the cross section missile. The other ones are the IR. For the turret, you get 2 Panther repeaters. Let's take a look at it from the outside. Very nice. Very cool. You can change the fire rate. Sounds better. So these are 2 size 3s, by the way. The Panthers are the size 3s. Let's go ahead and exit the turret. If you carry size 2 missiles, I think you can carry 16. 16 size 2 missiles. Or maybe more. Maybe more. It carries a ridiculous amount of missiles. And the difference between this and the Freelancer Miss, which we looked at before, this thing can, you can swap out the internal missiles, the missiles inside the missile rack, from size 2s to size 3s to size 4s. You can't do the same with the Freelancer Miss. Go ahead and seal the airlock. So, let's go ahead and talk about the cockpit. So you've got the co-pilot seat. Come on, there it is. This thing has a much better view. Like the cockpit of the Cutlass Blue has a much better view. You get a lot more screen space than you get in the black. Again, look for the handrails, the 0G handrails. So I'm a fan of Drake, so just be careful of that. Like I'm biased towards Drake ships. Let's go ahead and enter the pilot seat finally, and here it is, the seat of power. Let's look at the ship from the outside. Let's go ahead and turn on the flashing lights. I'm not sure how useful this is going to be. Well, obviously it's got the flashing lights because it's a militia, emergency services. I don't think any of the advocacy groups, I don't think the police force uses this in-game law. They don't like Drake. The advocacy, the UE Navy, I don't think they're a fan of the Drake Corporation. Now for the weapons. You might be able to see them on the wings. So you get 4 weapons. So you can mount 4 size 3s, just like the Cutlass Black. So you can mount 2 size 3s on the top and 2 size 3s down the bottom. Right? So for a total of 4 size 3s, or equally if you want, you can mount 4 size 2s, which you can auto gimbal and have it, have the computer, the ship's ballistics computer, target, move the guns for you automatically. But over here, you can see Burke QD. Now, you know what this is, guys? This is a quantum drive disruptor. QD, that's what it stands for, quantum disruptor. Now, this thing, I've said this before, this thing has a quantum disruptor. So what happens is that you come here, you select the guns, and you see where it says Burke QD, you turn it on. Now once you turn it on, if you, for example, if you set the key to activate it to your left click or to your right click after you turn it on and you hit it, it won't pull people from quantum travel. What it will do is that it will stop people from quantum jumping. So that's the difference between the QD on this ship than on the Mantis. So the Mantis can pull people out of quantum travel. This thing can only stop them from jumping. So this is very useful. This is very, very useful. So when you go after a bounty and they try to escape, for example, if you're camping if you're camping Grim Hex for a real player and they get out of Grim Hex, they try to fly away, you activate this and you're on top of them, they can't run. Your bounty can no longer run. So at that point, you have to fight them. So let's go ahead and turn on the engines. The Cutlass, well, the engines were on, okay. Let's restart the engines. My bad. So the Cutlass Black and the Cutlass Blue, obviously, and the red, they can do, and the steel, Cutlass Steel, you can do what is this? VTOL. You can do VTOL, so you can shift the engines downwards, the main thrusters downwards, to give you VTOL. But at the moment, it's not really useful. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't really do anything for you. Let's go ahead and raise the landing gear. Ah, that airlock is still open. Let's see if I can close it from here. Can I do anything from here? Open exterior. Close exterior. Nope. The airlock will remain open. anyways, yeah. So the Cutlass Blue, ladies and gentlemen. These are the guns. Obviously, this isn't the stock loadout. Let's go ahead and take it out for a spin. It's honestly not a bad ship. The Cutlass, I mean, the Cutlass series of ships. Not a bad ship, to be honest. Reasonably fast, reasonably armored. Sorry, armed, not armored. We don't know about armor yet. Reasonably fast, reasonably armed. Lots of good missiles, lots and lots of missiles. Good cargo space, yet still small enough and more nimble enough to move around quick. The ability to do multi-crew, so you can bring a friend along. That turret, and of course with the blue you get the 12 pods, the 12 stasis pods. So as I said at the beginning, if you have a Cutlass Black and you're interested in bounty hunting and you're doing bounty hunting in the black, don't be in a rush to get the Cutlass Blue, because the pods are completely useless at the moment. Everything that you can do in the blue you can do in the black. So in fact the black has more functionality, I would say. The black has a lot more functionality at the moment with the cargo hold. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Cutlass Blue. So in the next video, we will take the Cutlass Blue and we will do some high threat, and hopefully some very high threat bounty missions. And hopefully if we can snag one, we'll do a PvP bounty mission as well. So thank you so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Do you guys have the Cutlass Blue? Are you interested in the Cutlass Blue? Are you guys generally interested in bounty hunting missions? Are you looking forward to bounty hunting? Now, as I said at the beginning, bounty hunting isn't fully implemented yet. What we have here is only a placeholder. So eventually, the bounty hunting gameplay will be a lot more detailed, a lot more interesting, a lot more involved. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, please take care, and bye-bye. Hey guys, welcome back. Just before you leave, so I made it out of the atmosphere in the Cutlass Blue. Take a look at my blood drug level. It's at 12.7. First of all, I wanted you guys to see this view. My goodness, how cool does that look? So we're just outside the atmosphere of Hurston. How awesome does this look, ladies and gentlemen? How awesome does that look? So anyways, I just stopped outside the atmosphere. I walked out. I opened the ramp to walk outside to seal this this airlock, and lo and behold, I had the other helmet. I had this helmet on. This helmet on, which isn't rated for. It's open. Its facial bit is open. It is not. It's not completely sealed to the suit. So as soon as I walked out, my character started to choke, running out of oxygen because basically walking out into 0G with no helmet on. So I rushed back inside, had to give myself 2 doses of medicine and 1 dose of high oxygenated blood to to stabilize my character. But then when I walked outside, wow, ladies and gentlemen, just wow. The views in this game are absolutely spectacular. Spectacular. And I've said this before with other ships, and I'm going to say it again. These ships are mostly enjoyed, best enjoyed in 0G. I mean, the Drake ships are belter ships, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be very, very honest. If you've seen The Expanse, if you've seen the series, the Amazon series, The Expanse, there's a group of people that live in space, that work in space. It's a science fiction series that are called belters. Now, the Drake ships, in my opinion, are the perfect belter ships. Absolute perfect belter ships. Check it out. A really, really awesome view. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I won't keep you any longer. Thank you so much for watching again. I just couldn't keep this view away from you guys. This is absolutely priceless. Wow. Wow. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, please take care and bye-bye.